Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. All right. All right, all right, all right. Here we are. Live and direct. Glory to the King. We got a little bit to cover here today. And I want to talk to y'all about something. Remember, I talked about the Bible. Problem, reaction, solution. Give me a few minutes here. Oh, hey, love, check this out. We'll give everybody a few minutes to get on here, and then we'll go ahead and start hitting what's going on in the world. Let everybody know that we're on here right now. I need for you to give me a radio check or an internet check. Let me know how the sound is coming in on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the greatest or the best and 1 being the worst. I'd appreciate it very, very much. Okay, shalom, shalom, shalom to each and every last one of you. Lord to the King. Simon, could you please check Facebook to see if I'm on live on over there? Glory to the King. All right. We're over on Facebook Live. Welcome to all you people over on Facebook. Welcome to all of you over here on YouTube. I got YouTube right here. Got both of them. Okay. We'll get out of this one right here. We'll get ready going to the news. So, how's everybody doing? Good. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. All right. Is that way you can tell how many people is on the Charles Dowell channel on Facebook? Oh, it's got, right here it's got some views, but it's not. Oh, there's the views right there.
Mm-hmm. And Brother Samuel's moderating.
Who?
Brother Samuel.
You in there too?
Yes, sir.
Good, be a moderator, all right? You have to block and do some McKinbey Nutumbo. Block people like Michael Israel say, do that as well. All right, let me get about another minute or two and we'll get right at it, all right? Shalom, shalom, everybody. Shalom, Sister Jazz T. Shalom, 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 brothers and sisters. Good seeing all y'all. Sorry that I'm about 15, 20 minutes late, but believe it or not, I don't know what's going on today. I really, truly don't. I'm up here sitting in the kitchen, all right, where I'm getting ready to do live stream, okay? And while I'm getting ready to do this live stream, I go over there and I do my same routine. I'm getting ready to try to punch the button to go on live, and the icon is totally gone from the phone. Totally disappeared. And I'm sitting up here thinking to myself, what in the world is happening? What in the world is going on in this world today to where we're being banned, blocked, censored. I can't even upload a video from my iPhone like I normally do. I got to use my Droid phone, my Android, in order to get a video out so that it can stream across all the platforms. And it just seems like something stinks. Is that making sense? Something is stinking. And it's stinking pretty bad. Y'all need to tell me how things going because, man, I don't know. And I'm not putting any threats out there. These are promises. With the way things are going in this world today, I don't know how we're going to stay much more afloat any longer. Maybe you know better than I do. Maybe you have more light for it. I know that they're out there right now in California, got almost the whole state shut down, and people are upset. They are raising sand. Raising sand. You want to donate by Super Chat? The link is below. Hey, look, can you bring me that piece of paper I left in there on PayPal and stuff? Some of you want to give and support the ministry, support Pastor Dowell and what he's doing because you know I'm using everything for the glory of the King. Let me drink some water here. One of them cheeses went down the wrong way. They sure are tasting good right now. I feel like I'm over here on the involuntary fast. All right. In Kentucky, myself and Mother Carol, we're trying to go to Cracker Barrel and get some breakfast to eat, right? I pull up in the parking lot, and I notice all these signs and all these icons are lined up about as far as you can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way probably down to 20 and 30. Okay? And, of course, what it is, you cannot go in and dine and eat. It's appalling to me. So how is it that you cannot go in and sit down, dine, and eat? But you can go to Sam's Club, you can go to Cabela's, you can go to Kroger's, you can go to the mall. But certain businesses, and especially including small businesses, are considered not essential and they're shutting them down. Somebody tell me what's going on. Can somebody please tell me what's going on? Bless you all. All right. We have a donation. This one came in by Cash App. Glory to the King. Marcel Taylor, $50 Cash App. Thank you very much for your offering there, sister. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm disappointed in what I see taking place, what's transpiring, but we're getting ready to get into a few news things and a couple of things we need to talk about. Just burning on my heart here, okay? All right? Truly am. I would be remiss to not mention how much I actually desire for the King to come. Because this stuff is a mess. This stuff is a prattling mess what we got going on today. It is a mess. A mess. Just a mess. All right. PayPal received $20 from Leroy Neal. Thank you, my brother. Hallelujah for your offering. But I told y'all, I know some of you ain't been around that long, but over 25 years ago, when I was on international shortwave radio, different AM and FM stations in different locations in this world, including a Christian broadcast station, I forget the name of it. They keep sending me letters and envelopes. They want me to come back on their radio station. And the reason why they want me to come back on their radio station is because I pay on time. I'm not like a lot of these Christians where they utilize the airtime and then the people got to track them down and chase them down in order to get payment. That ain't me. I told the people Yeah, national lockdowns. That's what it sounds like, don't it? I told the people, and thank you for your $25 offering over there on PayPal F Durham. Thank you very much. And over on Snapchat again, let me see. Jacqueline, $50 Cash App. Thank you very much. But I told the people, and I'm going to repeat this. Now, I've got all this stuff in the archives, okay? I have every bit of this in the archives, all right? And if you go back into my archive, you ain't going to probably be able to do it. It's because it's 25 years ago. But I did say this. I said that Walmart was going to be the distribution center for the New World Order. Did y'all hear what I said? I said Walmart will be the distribution center for the New World Order. All right? Back then, I was considered a conspiracy theorist. David Douglas, thank you for your Cash App offering the $20. My brother, I appreciate it. So. I guarantee you I was considered crackpot, kook, fanatic. You know, people have called me so many names over the years. They've literally called me so many names over the years. It's like I'm almost literally immune to them. But you think about this for a second, because when I read this article to you right here, you remember over in the book of Revelation it says, and he causes all, both great and small, free and bond to receive a mark. Y'all don't need to listen to me on this. Can one of y'all text Nellie and let her know that I'm broadcasting live in case she wants to listen to me while she's cooking? All right, we got a live chat. Lee Christopher, 1999. Bless you, Shepherd. Doing what you told me to do before I left the land, and that's staying close. All right, glory to the King, my brother. Hallelujah. Thank you for your super chat, man. Appreciate it, my brother. Shalom, 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 Ellen. It's going to get hot in here today. All right, I'm done eating the cheeses right now. I had to get something in my tummy. All right, let me find this article. Listen to this. Y'all ready? An article here coming from CNBC. For those of you who don't know it, I want y'all to listen. CNBC. Happy early Shabbat Hasta Migtal. Shalom, he says, OG. Fist up. Hallelujah. Listen to this. CNBC, Personal Finance, is reporting this. I want y'all to, you can't make this stuff up. You simply can't make this stuff up. And I'll say it again. You simply can't make this stuff up, but listen to this. They say over there, in that particular form, now how do I turn down this volume? It is down. Okay. They say over there, check this out. Would you be willing to get a COVID vaccine in exchange for a $1,500 stimulus check? How one bold proposal would work. Can you believe that? Some of us, we don't believe in conventional medicine. We actually believe in going up the alternative way and actually using conventional medicine as a last resort. But remember I told y'all that once these vaccines roll up, we're going to find out if we live in a free country or not. Because if they make it an ultimatum that you got to get this vaccine or you don't keep your job, or you got to get this vaccine or you can't get your driver license renewed, or you got to get this vaccine or you no longer have a carry permit, and I can go on down the line. Blase, 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 blase. You don't get this vaccine, can't get a passport. You whatever. There's always some type of stipulation add on to the end of it to let you know that we're really, really, truly are not as free as we think we are. And the only way we're going to stay free is if we do exactly what the Constitution of the United States of America says. but to let you know that money felleth, and to let you know that this fiat currency that they are dealing with is no good for nothing but toilet paper. Because if you go and look at the national debt clock, where we at? $27-28 trillion in debt. See, once you get up to that, it don't make no difference. And to realize that we can simply just go and ask the Federal Reserve where they get the money from. And they can print all this money into oblivion and keep on giving us money and keep on giving us money, keep on giving us money. Now, for those who would have never, ever even considered taking the vaccine shot, when you see this headline right here by CNBC that says, would you be willing to get a COVID vaccine in exchange for a $1,500 stimulus check? How one bold proposal would work. Man, it makes you start thinking. And here are a couple of points around. Watch this. Key points. Americans are eager for more one-time stimulus check, while the U.S. government is working to get COVID-19 vaccinations to the American public. Let me translate. Americans are so broke, and they need stimulus checks. And while we're waiting for Nancy Pelosi and Chucky Schumacher to stop playing mental gymnastics and tug of war with the Republicans over in the Senate, the American public's still going to be waiting. That's translation, all right? And let me stop before I read a couple other points right here. Some people, they I don't know what they think they're going to offend me or what. I don't know. It makes no difference to me. They call me, well, you're a Trump man. Well, if Trump is 2A, I guess I'm a Trump man. Ain't no problem with that. I have no compunction with that. But when you look at what's on the ticket, Joe Biden, who wants to come and grab your guns and already is making legislation to get the guns. Matter of fact, that's one of his first acts that he's talking about doing. It's already up there in the news. Is to try to make some type of legislation to restrict you from owning firearms. So when you get Joe Biden up there and then you got Donald Trump for 2A, let's just really truly get to the nitty gritty of the reason why a lot of minorities and a lot of people in this world like the Democratic KKK party. I'm going to tell you the reason why. Because the Democrats believe in having the people entitled. They want the people constantly to depend on them. They want the people who don't want to work. They want the people who don't want to provide for themselves a living honestly to depend on government handouts and government subsidiarities. That's what they want. They want, and this is what they want. They want people to make sure that government remains intact, and that's the reason why people keep talking about socialism over and over again, and remain powerful. Now, if you look at the Republican side, they want people to work. They want people to carve out their own lifestyle and their own living in order to preserve dignity. But the Democrats want to continue to keep giving handouts. So you see the reason why a lot of people, some people love the Democratic Party. And when you're talking about taking people off EBT and food stamps and all this old other stuff, man, you get people mad. I remember some time ago, there was a woman down in Atlanta, and you know what she said? The EBT, or what they call that stuff, the food stamps, I think it's EBT now. You used to call food stamps. Right, EBT. EBT. Okay, it didn't come in the mail. It did not come in the mail. She got on live TV and cut a teetotal fool. And you know what that teetotal fool was? She got on there with the swagger, the neck rolling. And this is the statement she made. Unknown caller. I need that money. That's what she said. Who is going to pay for my children. Did you hear that? I kid you not. You probably go search it out on YouTube. She said, who is going to pay for my children? Who's going to be responsible for this? And I'm going to add this word in, this atrocity. Mind you, she got 8 children, probably 4 different baby daddies, and she is entitled to an EBT card, and she's entitled to public welfare. And that's the mindset she has. And if you watch my video over there on YouTube as well as on Patreon, you know that I'm a man that believes 100% in the old paths, the old ways, and the old landmarks. I believe that a woman, especially if she is a mother, should be a chaste keeper at home. Now, if somebody has something different than that can condemn what I believe and tell me that it's not morally right, but it's morally reprehensible, if you could tell me that and articulate it in a very intelligent form, if you can tell me that my value system is way off the charts and I'm just literally just missing the mark, please somebody tell me. If you can tell me all that and all that can stick, I may go back and revisit what I'm saying. But what I get it actually from the book. I wish somebody would tell me I'm wrong. I'm not going to hold my breath waiting on it either because I don't think I'm wrong. But the problem that we're having in society today is that we got women trying to be like men. And we got men trying to be like women. And we got children trying to be like drag queens. And we got drag queens and all these other people and people of alternative lifestyles that have become predators upon the prey and trying to prey upon our righteous children or our children that has morals and values. Anybody remember that TV show from some time ago called Leave It to Beaver? Anybody remember that? Leave It to Beaver. I got this volume down. That thing's still making all kind of noise. Patrick, thank you for your $5 super chat offer, my brother. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. But if you go back to the days of Ward Cleaver and Leave It to Beaver and all them, and anybody remember the Brady Bunch? Those days in America is gone. And if we're not on a serious decline of morality, then somebody please point to me and tell me where's the right way. Because monogamy is definitely not it with a 70% divorce rate. And you're not going to tell me Supreme Court got it right marrying same-sex marriage. You know, it just, I guess that's one reason why I think the Most High Yah that he got me living out here in the woods. I truly am not even appalled or shocked no more at what I see. I'm not. But when you get a news program right here like this, reporting, CNNBC, then I guess they're supposed to be reputable since they have a name for themselves. You understand what I mean? Proposing that if you go down and you get vaccinated, we'll give you a $1,500 stimulus check. Not only is that showing you that we are physically irresponsible in this country and that our dollar don't mean anything, especially when everybody, all central banks are trying to debase their currency and everybody's trying to see who can rush to the lowest point, to the bottom as fast as they can. Let's go on with this. Proposal number 2, key points. Now, one proposal from former Congressman John Delaney aims to help both sides by providing stimulus checks in exchange for getting vaccinated. Man, I'm going to do something about this ring thing. Hold on, yeah. It is just, okay, I see where somebody going in and out the door. Hey, Summer. I think what it is, I could be wrong, but can you send Deidre and them an email and tell them they need to close the screen door?
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? I think it's flying open and it keeps ringing.
If you put it on silent.
I did do that, didn't I? It wasn't?
No, sir.
Oh. See, so much about me and my education on so-called modern day technology, huh? See, help meets. That's why we need them. Because I need all the help I can get. I promise you that. The Elder Rufus reports and says they voting in government today to decriminalize weed nationally. Well, all you're going to do is have a bunch of passive people. And what better way to go ahead and make men even more prone to take the fight out of them is by continuing to keep attacking the testosterone and making everybody dumb, dormant, docile, and demoralized and demonized. You anybody ever seen what that stuff does to you? See, there's a difference between all these plants out here. You know, marijuana in its purest form don't have that THC in it. That stuff is a chemical that's been added, and everybody seeks to keep on justifying themselves in this matter. I told you I ain't seen nowhere. Hey, cocaine is going to be nationally recognized soon. Heroin is going to be a favorite pastime at football games. Don't tell me that I sound off point, off base. Look at what's happening with us now. Firefox 8192. Thank you for your $5 super chat offer there, my brother. Appreciate it. I think we've lost our way. What sayeth you? Because it's obvious that the churches don't have the answers. It's obvious that the government don't have the answers. It's obvious that these news pundits out there simply don't have the answers. We're literally being sold down the tubes as a country. That's what we're doing. We're literally being bought out and sold out, hook, line, and sinker. Another key point is the goal to reach 75% vaccination rate faster, which could save lives and the U.S. economy. Oh, now I'm going to talk more about this on my Patreon channel. And if you believe this stuff, I got beachfront property on the moon I'm selling right now. All you got to do is get in contact with me. I'll send you a real estate contract. And you can buy a quarter acre of land on the moon for $100,000. Anybody wants some real estate on it, I'll send you the title deed and everything. It says millions of Americans are still hoping for a second round of stimulus checks to help them cope with the financial fallout of COVID-19 pandemic. You know what's amazing about millions of Americans? They tell you that they're waiting on the stimulus check so they can help cope. But how many millions of Americans is going to get? Does anybody remember how much was those stimulus checks that came around the first time? $1,200. Do you know what the majority of the Americans going to go do with those stimulus checks? And somebody correct me if I'm wrong. They're going to go out and buy the new PlayStation 5 and a new Xbox. What do you want to bet? That's exactly what they're going to do. You want to bet? Brother Galen Brown says, these jokers have lost their mind. Bless you, Shepherd. Keep it coming. Thank you for your $100 super chat offering there, Brother Brown. And Brother Brown's the one who sent me this article right here, too. I'm glad I got him and Mother Zaza and all them keeping me up to base and up point of what's going on in this satanic, chaotic world. But everybody's going to be buying PS5s, I guarantee you. Meanwhile, in the U.S., the U.S. government is preparing to distribute vaccinations to the American public in order to put an end to the public health crisis. Now, one proposal aims to help both efforts by giving people $1,500 stimulus checks in exchange for getting immunizations. Well, I still ain't won't be getting it. The idea from entrepreneur John Delaney, a former Democratic, there it is again. There you go. See what I tell you? There you go. I keep telling you. Look, it's always something, handout, favor, one hand in front of you with another hand tied behind my back or my fingers crossed. The Democrats always got something for you. Former Democratic Congressman of Maryland who ran for president in 2020. The faster we get 75% of the people in this country vaccinated, the faster we end COVID. And the sooner everything runs to normal. Delaney said in an interview with CNBC, admittedly, the plan could face some hurdles. Congress has worked for 12 months to come to an agreement on the next coronavirus stimulus package. Republicans and Democrats are still at odds, even as 12 million people could lose unemployment benefits in a few weeks. That's right. Unemployment benefits getting ready to stop 1 January. If nothing is done. More stimulus checks once an area of bipartisan agreement now seems to be off the table. At the same time, the Center of Disease Control met this week to decide who should be first in line to get vaccinated. One of the vaccines are approved. They will roll out to the Americans free of charge. Now, hold on for a second. Thank you, Brother Jermaine Rest, for your $25 super chat offering. Shalom Shepherd to you and your house. Thank you for continuing to cry aloud and spare not. Your instruction has blessed myself, my house, and all the Ohio saints beyond measure. Thank you, my brother. You're very welcome. Thank you for your faithfulness and your consistency. Now, notice what it says. Right here, they're offering the vaccines for free. What they want to do is get the rest of you who don't want to comply, want to make you a little offer. Make you an offer you cannot refuse. Tell them we're going to give them $1,500, Paulie, to the good people out there. We got to get some benefits. The people are hurting. Everybody could use $1,500. But how about if we can get hold of these vaccines? We put them out on the street. We could probably make a killing on it. That's what Marlon Brando would say. I told you, they're always making you an offer you cannot refuse. So let me read this again. At the same time, the Center of Disease Control met this week to decide who should be first in line to get vaccinated. Once the vaccines are approved, they will roll out to Americans free of charge, but some individuals may be afraid to take the newly developed treatments. One Gallup poll found that, y'all ready for this? 58% of Americans said that they would get a COVID-19 vaccine. That's well over half. That's what they said, if the polls are true. Public polling found that whether or not to take the vaccine has become a political issue, which is discouraging, Delaney said. We have to create, in my judgment, an incentive. An incentive. You hear that? Create an incentive. No. It ain't an incentive. Contrary to popular opinion. Somebody on here says, give me $20,000 and I'll say no thank you. I still say no thank you. Well, they ain't going to do that. You got to ask yourself, how much is your livelihood and your health and all that's worth, all right? Because it's still unproven regardless of what people say. But anyway, an incentive in the book called the Scriptures is called a cause. And he causeth all, both great and small, free and bond. Suppose they say, you know what? If we roll out a stimulus check and we give you $1,200, if you go get this vaccine, then we'll give you another $1,500 on top of that. Then they're starting to sweeten the pot, ain't they? Michelle Dawkins, $5 super chat off. Brother Mitch, Blessing. Oh, Mitchell Dawkins. Sorry, my brother. Bless you, Shepherd. Bless you. Bless you. Y'all remember the Georgia Guidestones? So they want the population of the whole entire world down to 500,000 people. Think about that for a second. From almost 8 billion people to 500,000. That is a genocide, isn't it? I just thought I'd throw that out there. Remember, I'm just here to make you think. Jeremy Harrell, $50 super chat offering. Thank you, my brother. Glory to the King. To be sure, those who are not comfortable receiving a vaccine would not be forced to do so. If you're still afraid of the vaccine and don't want to take it, it's your right. I wonder if there's any jelly attached to that. Delaney said, you won't participate in this program. But guess what? He added, you're going to benefit anyhow because we'll get the country to herd immunity faster. Can you believe the choice of words? Herd immunity faster, which benefits you. So I think everyone wins. Are y'all listening to this? If y'all listen to this, please type in the word listen down in the chat room. This is unreal. Now, this gets a little bit more interesting. All right? This gets a little bit more interesting. And you're going to have to listen to this because I'm telling you, you simply cannot make this stuff up. You can't do it no way, shape, fashion, or form. You ready? To execute the plan, the government could create a system where people would receive a number once they were vaccinated. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did I just read that right? Look. If y'all think that I'm making this stuff up. All right, I'm going to put on this camera up here and get as close as I can. Y'all see it right there? First paragraph. To execute the plan, the government could create a system where people would receive a number once they were vaccinated. Whoa! Are we talking about the mark of the beast? Who would actually come out and actually have the arrogancy and the audacity and the unmitigated gall, much less to say it, but to put it in print? Man, let me go ahead and make a screenshot of this in case they delete it, so I can have it in my records right here. Did y'all hear what I just got finished saying? To take a number once you have been vaccinated. Wow, 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 wow. Woo-wee. Well, I'm going to go to, for those of you who don't want to hear what the Bible has to say, you can go ahead and get out now, but I'm going to read for you what the book of Revelation says on this. And I keep talking about this cause over and over and over and over again. I'm deliberately taking it slow just so you'll be able to have the ability to hear what I'm saying. Revelation chapter 13. Revelation chapter 13. Brother Daniel Muir, $100 super chat. He said, it's a wrap, finished. You got it, my brother. I keep trying to tell y'all. I think we're right here at the door. I think we're really close. I think we're close. I just got finished saying to my shower early today, man, I hope that the king come before all this mess. Daniel Benson, thank you for your $15 offering over on PayPal. I appreciate it greatly. And Lewis, thank you for your $10 super chat offering. He says, for early Shabbat shalom, Pastor. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Now, you can't make this stuff up. Does it sound like I'm making this stuff up? I told y'all, this thing is getting ready to get very, very interesting here. Now, we're heading on a biblical scale. All right? Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. No, start at verse 16. And he causeth all. Somebody say the word all. All. Now, the all does not include the people who are written about in the previous chapter. These are the ones, these are the remnant who had a place prepared for them in the wilderness. They're taken away from all this junk into the wilderness, not in some lying secret rapture of the so-called church. That ain't happening. Boy, I mean, people are amazing. They're willing to believe anything. You know, I made a statement earlier today. All right. And that statement is this. People will forgive you for telling a lie, but they will hate you for telling the truth. Did you hear what I said? People will forgive you for telling a lie, but they will hate you vehemently for telling the truth. Tell me it ain't the truth. Revelation 13:16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, meaning slaves, incarcerated, to receive a mark in their right ear and their forehead. In other words, there's nobody exempt. See, so if you're not part of this remnant that had the part of this woman, great woman, that had a place prepared for her in the wilderness, then you are going to fall into this category right here, whether you like it or not. And some of you are so mind numb to truth. Some of you hate people who stand for truth. Some of you hate Yah's ways so much that you don't give a damn about what the creator universe says. It's all about you, yourself, and I. You're not trying to inquire of him to see what his will is. You're trying to trump and circumvent everything that he's trying to do so you can play God. Well, there's a beast and a false prophet getting ready to come up on the scenes. Brother Samuel gave y'all the article that's sitting over there in the chat room right now on YouTube, all right? And the sole purpose of them making this calls to receive this mark in their right hand and forehead is this. Wardell Harvey, $10 super chat offering. Thank you very much, my brother. Here it is. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Verse 18. Here's wisdom. And let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man. And his number is 600, 6. We'll go back to reading this. I'm going to start again at that part of the article about the number. He says the whole sole purpose is on CNBC to execute the plan that the government would create a system where people would receive a number once they were vaccinated. Once they entered that along with their social security number, they would receive a check. So in other words, what they're saying is you're not going to receive your social security check unless you have taken the vaccine and you have a number to prove that you've taken the vaccine. Let me say it again. He says once they enter that along with the social security number, they would receive a check. See, they're not giving you all these nuances. They're not telling you that we're going to withhold your social security check. And guess what? A lot of old people got a lot of choices to make. You see, when the Most High Yah put me out here in this woods, in the sticks, in the boonies, out here in the country. Before I got here, I started from zero, nothing. I'm a man that started from nothing. Kind of like Abraham. He went out not knowing where. I went out not knowing where. With nothing. Started with nothing. Just obeying Yah. A whole lot of faith, no substance. All right? And that's what this walk is all about. This walk is not about blackmail, bribery, scheming. It ain't. It ain't all about that at all. Without faith, it is impossible to please y'all. You know what some of you need to do? You need to go read Acts chapter 5 and read about Ananias and Sapphira, who held back a price of the land. Not all of it, just the price of it. See what their destination was. Sister D. Harris, $50 super chat. Thank you very much. In big capital letters, the book don't lie. On behalf of Brother Willie, we love you, Shepherd. Love you, Brother Willie. Sister D. Harris, thank y'all very much for your $50 super chat offering. Let's go on. In the U.S., we already have measures to encourage people to get vaccines. Notice, encourage. First, they talk about programs, incentives. Then comes the threat under duress. That if you don't receive the vaccine with a number, you won't receive your Social Security check. And you know, this is why I was starting off earlier talking about, you know, you think about this wise move that the Most High did by putting us out into the wilderness. Y'all ready for this? I'm going to talk about this a little bit tonight. Elder Doug and I was talking earlier. And he says to me, he said, Pastor Dowell, I went and checked it out and looked this up. He says, do you know how much venison is a pound out there in the world? I said, well, I have no idea. Venison? I thought people just, if they wanted venison, they would just simply get their hunting clothes and put them out there on the outside, let it get the sin up with the elements, and go buy some non-scented soap, get all this sin off of you, the human. And I just think that they would just go out there and perch themselves up in the deer stand, either have them a Remington 270 or a 30-06. And I think that they would just wait for the deer to come by, shoot them, and put them in their refrigerator. Watch this. Ground beef, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's $12 a pound now, which is extremely high. But do you know how much venison would be if you went out there and tried to buy it? $30 a pound. And the back strap for venison is $40 a pound. Go check it out. I said, Elder, do you mean to tell me that we are out here every single winter hunting for food that on the market that costs just as much as Wagyu and 3 times the amount of Black Angus hamburger meat? $30 a pound for venison and $40 a pound for backstrap. I said, Elder, we eat like kings. We are literally eating like kings. God of mercy. And you people out there got your nerve and the unmitigated gall to want to try to make fun of me and to make fun of my brethren that are out hunting. And most of you despise hunting. Now, if the world has a $30 a pound price tag on venison, deer, and a $40 a pound on backstrap, deer, you tell me who's the stupid idiot now? You mean to tell me you could be feeding your family and your children this good, pure meat that has such a high price tag on it? That means if we was to get 100 pounds of venison from one deer, we already, let me type this in. Let me do the math on this real quick. That means one deer, if we was to get 100 pounds of beef off of it, if we was to sell that 100 pounds of beef to the stores, it would be at the value of $3,000. So every time we kill a deer, we're just talking about one that we hunt and field dress, skin it, quarter, and bring it home. One deer, $3,000 if they dress out at 100 pounds. What if it's dressed out at 150 pounds like they do up in Indiana, them big old deer? You looking at $4,500 in order to get 150 pounds of venison. And you people want to continue to keep on going to these stores, eating this GMO modified food and making fun of straightway? And you stuck out there without any skill? Look at the devil. The devil is a liar. Daniel Benson, thank you for your $5 PayPal offering. Appreciate it. Crazy numbers. You got that right. Crazy numbers. And deer, venison, that is has always been our stable of meat from Mother Carol. When do we usually start eating venison in the fall? We start in September, October, and then when do we stop eating deer?
Well, we try to...
By the time we're out.
Well, now, since we have so many saints that have moved to the area and things and eat with us, I'd say we get to maybe a little after Passover.
So we can go all the way to March. So let's tally this thing up. Let's count this thing up. We can go September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 7 months out of the year. Let's just make it 6 months for fairness. That venison is our main staple of meat, be it in a roast. What other ways y'all cook it, Carol?
We do
Steaks out of tenderloin. What else? Deer tips and noodles. Smoked roast.
That's what we had last Shabbat.
Woo, you know what we had last Shabbat? We had smoked roast, collard greens, mashed potatoes and gravy. Well, mac and cheese for those, whichever way they want to go.
And Nadia's rolls.
And we had Nadia's exquisite rolls. Woo! Boy, that's some good eating. Good eating. And you know what? The venison came from the sweat equity of our brothers going hunting.
It was
6 runt rows. All praises to the Most High Yah. $30 a pound. All praises to the Most High Yah, and a country boy can't survive. The collard greens came from our raised beds. Out here on the land of straightway. All praises to the Most High Yah. Collards. The potatoes came from straightway up there with Brother Chris and them. Homegrown. All praises. All praises. All praises. The homemade exquisite rolls came from Sister Nadia. All praises. All praises. All praises. All praises. All praises. And y'all gonna tell me that there's something wrong with me? You see the reason why I can't listen to people today? You gonna tell me there's something wrong with me? If there's something wrong with me, then guess what? I don't never want to be right. I want to be classified and diagnosed as mentally unstable. Because I'm staying this way. Because if y'all got it right and I'm wrong, I'm staying right. Huh? Hell no, I'm staying wrong, because the alternative is that mindset y'all got out there, and I ain't about that. You got GMO modified foods. You got cows that don't even eat grass no more. Most of you don't even know what bovine is. And we can get what they will charge you out there in the world, $30 a pound for venison and $40 a pound for the backstrap. We get that because we choose to pick up our weapons, go set out in the freezing temperatures of 30 degrees for hours on end to get one kill. Wow. and you're going to make fun of us the way we're eating? Well, I'm going to tell you again. We can kill a buck and run a trout line. A country boy can survive. A country boy can survive. Yeah! Whoa! All praises to the Most High Yah. Y'all know I'm getting stirred up now. And I still ain't finished this article yet. What a shame. The conditioning process of what this world and what y'all have allowed this world to do to y'all minds. The mind raping, the mental gymnastics, the toying around to try to normalize things, it's just crazy. Let's try to get on through this article right here because I'm coming to the close of my time here on the broadcast, okay? Look what it says right here. All right. In the U.S., we have already received measures to encourage people to get vaccines, such as requiring them in order for children to attend school. In other words, some of you lazy mothers out there that don't want to homeschool your children, here's an incentive now. Check it out. And measures that are required. Now, wait a minute, damn it. I thought that it was up to you if you wanted to get them. Ain't that what we read earlier? They said it's totally up to you if you wanted to get. I keep telling y'all, whenever the government says that, I'm telling you, they got their fingers crossed, one hand behind the back, and I'm telling you, they don't talk straight up and normal. They try to make you think you free while they put demands and put you under duress. So we already seen one thing, Social Security thereafter. And now they're saying that, listen, in the U.S., we already have measures to encourage people to get vaccines, such as requiring them in order for children to attend public food system. So, and guess what? Your children can't even attend public food system unless they have these vaccines. Well, guess what? Straightways seem to be on the right side of history again, because we homeschool our children. All praises to the Most High Yah. Y'all beginning to see what's going on? See, when the people are all like sheep without a shepherd, the wolf, the government, can come in and devour every one of them. But when you got a shepherd, a pastor like Pastor Dowell, who is one step ahead of the devil and keeps everybody informed who wants to be informed, to keep you one step ahead because of spiritual discernment and power, you could be ready as well. You could be ready as well. But no. Y'all don't want to listen to me. Y'all rather go listen to these people, your saviors. Josh, 3,500 comments, $2 offering. God, good job, Pastor, from North Carolina. Bless you, my brother. Straightway, Georgia, East, 25. Thank you. Super chat, Brother Brown, $10. I gotta drop a $10 note because Shep held that note nicely. Thank you, Brother Brown. Brother Gaten Brown, $10 super chat. Y'all think about this for a second. You see, everything that I'm talking about. Hey, do y'all two hear this in here? Yes, do y'all hear how far we are ahead of the curve on this stuff? Yes. Ain't the Most High y'all good? Yes. See, the Bible says the people are like sheep without a shepherd. In Jeremiah 3:15 says, and I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. You tell me, what kind of leaders do you got out there still got you stuck in the cities? Eating $12 a pound country meat when you could be enjoying the fruits of your labor, $30 a pound venison and $40 a pound backstrap out here in the country, and all you got to do is go get it, but some of you just too damn lazy to go get it. And now I'm showing y'all, I keep trying to tell y'all, see, if it wasn't for me to be able to discern this and tell y'all what's going on, man, all we would have been like sheep gone astray. You know, it's time for us to return to the shepherd and bishop of our soul, Yahshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ. That's why he raises up people like me for you. Did you hear what I said? The Most High Yah loves his people so much. You don't believe how many people, Carol, how many people have I had over the years that said to me, Pastor Dowell, I know you call yourself a pastor, and I know that you believe that that is your calling, but the truth is your calling is prophet.
Yes, you've had at least a dozen people.
At least a dozen people. They told me flat out, you are a prophet. You're always one step ahead or two steps. Sometimes you're just light years ahead. You're light years ahead. You tell the people what's going to take place before it happens, and you've been spot on every single time. Could be the spirit of prophecy. But unless the Most High Yah speaks to me a certain way, I'm going to stick with the title pastor. So now they're on your Social Security check, and you can't go to public food. Let's go on down and see what else it said. It's not like we don't pull levers to get people vaccinated. Oh, good God. Did y'all hear that kind of talk? Pull levers? Are you serious? Ooh, man, y'all better grab hold of this article and put it in your archives, because this is going to come back again. Delaney said, we do that now. Some other countries already reimburse people for vaccine compliance. Delaney noted, in Mexico, the government pays people to get their children immunized. In India, one program provides food and household goods once kids are vaccinated. Yeah, but these are also third world countries where they don't have any civil liberties and freedoms either. Sending Americans $1,500 in exchange for vaccination would cost $380 billion, which Delaney meant is a lot of money. In compromise or to the first stimulus check sent by the government this year, so far the total more than $270 billion. The fact that Congress has so far neglected to approve second stimulus check is tragic. Delaney said we should have been given to the Americans anyway. The cost of the next stimulus package is a source of contention between the political parties on Capitol Hill. The Democrats are currently advocating a $900 billion as a starting point. The Republican leadership has said it wants something around $500 billion. Adding the new $380 billion might seem too expensive as lawyers try to squeeze in ample funding for unemployment workers, small businesses, state and local governments, schools, and healthcare organizations. However, tying stimulus checks to vaccines would actually be the most effective. Here's that word I keep telling y'all over and over. How many people know what I'm getting ready to say? How many of y'all, if you follow me, you know what I'm getting ready to say? What word am I getting ready to, I said, if I said it once, I said it 1,000 times, I keep on saying it. And I keep on saying it. And I keep on saying it, and I keep on saying it, and I keep on saying it. Until I'm blue in the face, I do. Type it in there if you know what it is. Survival of the Fittest, $11. I heard King James Version is Shakespeare's and not real. Should I read NIT, NIV, New Standard, or King James? And why does Catholic Bible have 46 chapters in New Testament and other Bibles have less? That's because they took out the Apocrypha. When you go read the original 1611 King James Version of the Bible, it included the Apocrypha, but somehow, some way, somebody got the spirit of Antichrist in him and told the world that it wasn't inspired, even though they made it in there. They was in there well before all these changes taking place. Somebody lying. I recommend that you would either get the Scriptures version of the Bible or you get the New American Standard Version. One of those two. Well, nobody's typing in what the word is, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you. The word is strategy. Strategy. He says, however, tying stimulus checks and vaccinations would actually be the most effective strategy to stop the virus, and thus curtail the need for other forms of aid, Delaney said. See, and he causeth all. And he causeth all. And he causeth all, both great and small. Earlier, they told you it's your choice. As you begin to read on down in the article, you find out it's not a choice, especially if you have to send your children to public schools. Now, I personally don't believe you have to do any of this. You just have to be willing to suffer the pain. The faster we get 75% of the country vaccinated, the faster we end COVID, and the sooner everything returns to normal, which means we don't need any more programs, Delaney said. So if you only could spend $400 billion, this is what you should spend it on. The stimulus checks do not necessarily have to be $1,500, Delaney said. Other proposals have called for payments ranging from anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000. Currently, there are no formal proposals on Capitol Hill to tie stimulus checks eligibility to COVID-19 vaccinations. Delaney said he has field inquiries for the proposal from former colleagues on the progressive and moderate sides. Some experts are skeptical that such a plan could work. It is an interesting idea, said Bill Hogan, the senior vice president of Bipartisan Policy Center for the former Senate staffer. It's a nudge factor. Yeah, they got a nudge factor, all right. But it should be an issue then that decides on the stimulus check if we're going to have stimulus checks out there, Hoagland said. In some ways, creating the incentive to get vaccinated makes sense, said Howard Gleckman, senior fellow of the Urban Booking Tax Policy Center. But such incentives could create unintended delays in delivering the money. Now that the CDC has said that older people should get vaccinated first, that would also make the population first in line for receiving stimulus checks. Younger people consequently could potentially face a 6-month wait, Gleckman said. In some ways, it's the reverse order for when you want to deliver the stimulus checks for people, Gleckman said. More time would also have to be added on and in general for the Treasury Department to verify that people have had their vaccines and cross-reference them with the other requirements they must meet in order to get these stimulus checks. It's nice to be able to kill two birds with one stone. But in this case, I think the two birds are flying off in two different directions, or in different directions. Gleckman said, it's going to be really hard to make it work. Can y'all believe what we just got finished reading? Can y'all believe what we just got finished going over? Can y'all believe it? Oh, I know. Like one person says, it seems like they said, Pastor Dowell, seems like as we continue to keep going, there used to be a time that people did look at you like you crazy. Now you're one of the most sought after people that people want to speak to and talk to concerning how to get free, how to start communities and homestead and mutually assistance groups. Some of you don't even care what I just got finished saying. If you got to go down and get tested, go get your, what they call your vaccine and all that. I'm talking about your vaccine. I ain't worried about the test of it. It's the vaccine. What they're trying to force upon you through coercion and duress. Some of you be glad to get it so you can have $1,500 in your pocket. So you can go out and buy your PlayStation 5 or Xbox. Sad, isn't it? If you was going to get a stimulus check, you would think that people will be wise enough to actually go out there and buy all the food that they can with it rather than spending it on a bunch of foolishness and frivolity. It's just nonsensical. The way we think today. Taryn Wilkins, thank you for your $50 Cash App. Christina Roby says, bless you, Pastor. What she say? Bless you, Pastor. Because of you, I am now working on me. Well, bless you, Christina. I'm glad you are. Thank you for your $20 Snapchat offer. Not Snapchat. What? Cash App. Cash App. Y'all can tell that Pastor Dowell don't know nothing about this new stuff. I just be giving it names. Well, I'll be on Blog Talk Radio tonight. I'll also be on here tonight. Same station, same channel. on YouTube, Facebook, if you're watching over there. See, everybody ain't mindless millions. It's important for y'all to hear what I said, because the Messiah said, if they reject you, then they reject me. If they don't hear you, then they don't hear me. My name is Raya. Pastor Charles Dowell Jr. You just heard the truth. Discerned by a man of Yah for this day, time, and hour. And you heard the truth straightway. We had 400 some people in the chat room here today. Probably going to be a lot more. What y'all need to do is pass this video around to your wicked family members that don't have eyes to see and ears to hear. Maybe the Most High might deal with them on this and put a defibrillator on their mind. And by chance, just by chance, he may save them. Look forward to seeing y'all tonight, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, Blog Talk Radio, or over here on YouTube. Straightway Live, Pastor Dowell, or the Charles Dowell channel on Facebook, or the Straightway Truth channel on Facebook. Looking forward to seeing you, and you. Hope it says something to stimulate thought. Want y'all to be encouraged, okay? Shalom, shalom, shalom. The King is coming.